And good evening, everybody, and welcome back. That's right, welcome back. We are back. We are back on this channel. You know the tune, you know the time, you know the channel, and you know it's race time. We are back. I hope everybody had a very, very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday this past weekend and the past week. And hopefully those who are enjoying the week off and the time off, spending time with your families and friends, that's what it's all about. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are in the North American Racing Series. I tell you what, we are in the All-Star race tonight. It is All-Star Racing, and these guys are going to go green. They've had some time off, spending some quality time off, well-timed, well-needed time off, and these guys are looking to hit the dirt pavement of Bristol for the All-Star race. That's right, they're going to be hitting the Bristol, the high slope, steep bank of Bristol, the bull ring that is, but only on dirt. It's going to add a little tricky dimension with this whole dirt thing on Bristol. These guys have already qualified. These guys are getting set to go green for the North American Racing Series. Want to give a big shout out and thank you to our sponsor, Phantom Racing Series. Those guys will be back racing, I'm sure, this coming week after the new year. And we just want to say a big shout out and a big thank you to Elvin Priest and to all those good guys that are putting on some awesome racing over there at Phantom Racing League. Definitely want to give big thanks to them, and also to our new partners and our partnership with NASRAC. Want to give a big shout out and to our sponsor and partner, NASRAC Racing League. Those guys have been putting on some awesome racing themselves over there in NASRAC. I tell you what. But this NARS series, the North American Racing Series, these guys have got about 4 races underneath their belt. Had a little bit of time off and kind of easing back into it tonight with the All-Star race. Should be kind of a short race, but short, quickie race. Kind of like your basic sprint, your basic shootout for an All-Star race. Kind of more of an exhibition, but a lot of fun. And I know these guys are looking forward to having it. But let's talk about the season here after the first couple races. Checking in with the point standings. John Waterforce takes over the points lead, as now we're starting to get the invites, so we're going to be going green here in a second here. Parlay goes to second in points. Haki Bukaki third with his win last 2 weeks ago at Phoenix. Third and fourth in Racing Propane in fifth. Be sure to tune in every Friday night at 9 o'clock. Next Friday night, these guys will be back, and they'll be back for the going right back into the season. Next week they will be at Kansas. So I mean, you got to check this out on next Friday night, 9 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Tune it in. North American Racing Series. The regular season continues next week. And it's really going to start butting heads as they go into the second half of the season. But tonight, it's All-Star Racing at Bristol, under the lights, on the dirt. Going to get dirty, going to get muddy. See how these guys are going to roll with this. As looks like they are getting ready to go green. And looks like we are going to join. We joining. Let's go racing. As we get in here. And we're going to go racing the little Friday night Bristol dirt racing. As soon as this thing wants to settle, to get loaded on in. Come on, let's get loaded on in here. Let's get this All-Star Racing kicked off. Thank you for joining me on a Friday night, everybody. I'm Shady Acres, bringing you the broadcast of the North American Racing Series, the All-Star Race, and we are going green. As Hockey Bukkake out to an early lead in that 10 car. Let's introduce these drivers tonight in the All-Star race here at Bristol. In the lead in a 10 car, as you see, that 10 car driven by the last winner of the last race at Phoenix, Hockey Bukkake, driving that number 10 car. Next up is Start, as he's got some challenge from the 42 on the Start on the inside, driving that number 12 Ford. Parlay driving that number 42, just went to the outside, took the second spot, off the wall a little bit, and we got a car on the inside. Looks like that's Racing Propane. Parlay driving that 42 car, gets way high coming up off of turn 2. Parlay driving the 42. T-Dog in the number 7. T-Dog driving this number 7 car as he's running here in the top 5, driving that blue number 7. Next up, John Waterforce, your points leader, heading into Kansas next week. John Waterforce driving that number 1 car. Racing Propane in the 16. Racing Propane also off to a great start the first half of the season. Driving this number 16 car is Racing Propane. Next up, Adam Stevens in the number 3 car. The 3 car back on the track in that Tracker number 3 off-road Chevy. Adam Stevens driving it behind the helm. MFF Ed is back in that 44 car, that Grambling 44, as he got a little sideways, got off the throttle, had to back it up, take it to the back of the pack. Got a little squirrely on that dirt in that 44 car, but Edo driving that number 44, he's going to take it to the house tonight. Watch this. Next up, Hunter, 76. Hunter driving that number 47 Chevrolet. Hunter bringing that number 47 Kroger onto the dirt tonight. See how he does. Hunter driving that 47. Zach and 6. Zach driving this number 5 car. Also another great driver. It looks like he had a little trouble here in the beginning going. He's all by himself, but it's still early. It's still fun. It's still Bristol, baby. Zach and 6 in the number 5 car. P. Fulton driving the number 4. Fulton driving this mobile Ford number 4. He's going to be driving it on this dirt tonight. There he is driving that number 4. And those are our drivers for tonight's All-Star race here at the North American Racing Series. Want to give another thank you and shout out to Elvin Priest and our sponsors over there at Phantom Racing League and our partners over at NASRAC. Check out all those guys out. Phantom will be back on the track this week, as well as I'm sure those guys over at NASRAC. But thank you all for being a part and making this and helping making this league go. As we take it to the track, Hockey Bukkake in this 10 car got a nice little comfortable lead here, driving this number 10 car on this dirt. As he has got, Parlay got way up high and kissed the wall. I hope he was trying to kiss it for good luck and hope it brings him some. It doesn't work for me, but maybe it works for Parlay driving this number 42 as he's trying to track down that number 10 car of Hockey Bukkake, as we got a little battle going on back here between T-Dog and the 47 of Hunter. As this is for 5th position, T-Dog in the 7 car takes back that number 5 spot. As we join up here with John Waterforce now, who has taken over the 3rd spot from Thart. Thart in that 12 car had a good start, was dropping on back a little bit, kind of getting a little squirrely on this dirt, trying to get a handle on it. Ooh, John Waterforce, that looked like I don't know if he clipped a glitch or clipped that coming off that corner. Parlay in the 42 car getting way high again back up into the wall as Parlay in the 42. That's the second time that I've seen him get up so high that he gave that wall a heck of a shot. Not sure if it gave him any damage, but definitely lost his momentum and allowed John and Thart both to catch right on up, as John in this 1 car really catching up to this 42 car now. Coming out of turn 4. Got a heck of a battle going on up here. And let's just join on up in here. Let's take a room around. And catch up with Parlay here in this 42, running P2. He's in 2nd. John Waterforce 3rd. Thart in 4th. But everybody's catching the leader. Hockey Bukkake, who won their last race at Phoenix. And looks like the stream that I always get onto for lap count doesn't have the stream going tonight. So We're going to wing it, y'all. We're going to wing it with the lap count. But we got a big battle here for third spot. As John Waterforce here is in third. And Parlay there in the 12 car have been battling nose to tail for the past 10 laps or so. Parlay into 42 gets real loose coming off of the corner there. Thart getting them into the wall. As there's the interval between John Waterforce in third, Parlay in second, and right up there you see the leader. That's the 10 car of Hockey Bukkake, who is now already trying to put the 5 car a lap down. And that's the 5 of Zach N6. As Hockey Bukkake makes the pass and puts Zach down a lap. Plenty of time to get that back. As we ride on, looking back here at our leader, Hockey Bukkake, off to a great start this season. Got a win under his belt 2 weeks ago at Phoenix. As everybody had off last week, hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas and having a happy holiday, and hope everybody has a very happy New Year this coming weekend. This is the All-Star race for the North American Racing Series. Hockey Bukkake in the lead. So far, so good. Parlay in second with John Waterforce all over his tail. And John really wants to get around Parlay for second, because I tell you what, that 10 car of Hockey Bukkake is checking out. As they get around the corner here, Thart starting to back off a little bit, as starting to get a little bit of wear. Ooh, getting up into that wall again, way up high. These guys getting way up high off these corners and getting up into that wall. I've seen several guys, Parlay, John, and Thart, all get high, real high, way up into the wall. As we check in with our leader, Hockey Bukkake. Oh, he gets way up into the wall. That's going to lose him some time. Might even cost him a little bit of damage as he crosses the start-finish line. As you see, he's got pretty much almost he had about a half a straightaway. Looks like he has about maybe a half a straightaway lead on the second car of Parlay. Almost maybe a full straightaway almost. Over to second place, Parlay. He was up into the wall again. Back up into the wall, John Waterforce in third, Thart in fourth. And Racing Propane here in the top 5, riding with Racing Propane. As we've got a battle for 6th spot. Adam Stevens in the 3 car has hold of the 6th spot. But that 7 car, the 7 car of T-Dog really wants it. Let's ride on the hood with T-Dog as he looks to get under this 3 car. Dives down in the low, not able to get the run and the momentum he wants off of it. Adam Stevens in the 3 car. Looking to hold off T-Dog here. Trying to do everything he can to hold him off here. He's got his window full of them. The back seat full of that 7 car. That 7 car might give him a little bump here. Might get him a little, hey, you know, I'm ready to go. You can either go or get out of my way. And T-Dog drives to the high side. He's going to try to get that run off the high side. He's going to try to get that momentum. Was able to do it. It looked like he got a little bit loose, a little bit sideways. Able to make the pass now, coming off of turn 4 and clears him off of turn 4. Give the 6th spot to T-Dog in that number 7 car. As we check back with our leader, Hockey Bukkake in the 10 car, your leader. And out to a pretty big lead against Ed in the 44. Ed on the apron, looks like he slipped and got sideways. That mud, that dirt, driving these guys crazy on here. Trying to get a handle on this dirt here at this high bank at Bristol. The bull ring that it is, as Hockey Bukkake seems that he's got a pretty good handle on it, as he's got himself a heck of a lead. As you can see, there's the lead now, as he's got pretty much a full straightaway. As now we've had a pass for second and put John Waterforce in that 2nd spot using this top groove. able to make it work and gets around Parlay for P2. But if you look on that front nose, if you look on that nose right there on the right front, on that fender, he looks like he has some damage. Doesn't look like it's might slowing up much. Got a little bit into the wall there going into the Kern. As he's coming around now, picking him up and laying him down as he was able to get around. And I think we might be under caution here. And we are under caution. And this is a mandatory. This is part of the format here at the All-Star race. That first segment, that was, call that segment 1. Segment 1 completed in the books. Haki Bukaki will take segment 1. I apologize, folks. Usually, normally, I have a stream on, and I am able to get a lap count and leaderboard and everything. Tonight, I don't have that. It is an all-star race, so the driver who... Oh, wait a minute, now he did put it up. There we go. We do got it, the leaderboard up. All right, now we do got the leaderboard back. It is back, and we are rolling for segment number 2. John Waterforce finished second, but going to restart third. Put Haki Bukaki, keep him to the point. Thart in second in the 12 car. John in third with Parlay in fourth. Oh, a little contact made. Parlay is into the safer barrier. Got loose coming off of the corner. And John Waterforce, I think, got caught up in it. And we are under caution. John did get caught up in it. As Parlay in the 42 got loose coming off of the corner and right in front of traffic, ended up piling up the rest of the field. Nowhere for those guys to go. Got into the back of the 42 car, got him turned around, and unfortunately John Waterforce was at the wrong time, wrong place, and he got collected when Parlay bounced off the wall and got turned sideways and got spun to the inside of that apron. A caution is out. Those guys will get back in, and we've got a change of the guard here in the front. Put Thart to the point, coming off of that caution. And see how this shakes out as Haki Bukaki to the high side. That might actually be where he might want to be on that high groove to get that momentum. And here they come off of turn 2, side by side, 2 by 2, and Haki Bukaki takes the lead back on the high side. I tell you what, that 10 car is strong. This 10 car is very, very strong. Able to muscle his way on the outside and make the pass around Thart. Although that 12 car is starting to come back on the outside of his own. He's going to take the high groove. He's going to try to take the lead, and he's going to take it. Put Thart to the point in that 12 car. As we've got some racing going on in the back, the 42 car and the 1 car trying to come through the field as he's already back up to 5th. We're going to check in with John Waterforce now, who's right behind Parlay now and moved up into the 6th position. As those two guys there, that 42 and the 1, got caught in the first caution of the evening just a few moments ago as Parlay, the 42, got loose off of the corner and got turned sideways on the dirt. And the rest of the field behind them had nowhere to go. Ended up getting into the side of them, got him turned sideways, caution came out, but was able to collect John Waterforce. Back up here in the front, Racing Propane now all over the 4 car of Fulton. Fulton driving that 4 car. Here comes Racing Propane in the 16 underneath. He's looking underneath as we've got a battle now again for the lead. Back up here in front, the 12 car up high, and here comes Haki Bukaki looking on the inside in that 10 car. Almost was able to make it work, not able to make it stick. As he's looking out on the inside again, as we see there back in the back, as Racing Propane on the inside of Fulton there for 3rd. as Racing Propane now makes the pass for third around Fulton. A parlay in the 42, trying to follow him. I'm going to try to stay on these leaders here, as we've got a battle for the lead. Now here comes Hockey Bukaki back to the top side. He's trying to get this lead back as the 12 car goes up into the side of him just a little bit. Got up and pushed up into the side. No harm, no foul. A little contact, it's dirt, it's Bristol, baby. No harm, no foul. You keep that wheel straight, and you keep it going down that straightaway. As he comes, Hockey Bukaki with the lead. Dart in second, Racing Propane in third with Parlay in fourth. Fulton in fifth, but he's got a whole mirror full of that one car in John Waterforce. John Waterforce wants to get around him pretty quickly here, if he can. As we've got 19 laps to go here in segment 2. There's 3 segments to the race. There's 19 laps to go. So they're picking them up and laying them down pretty quick. Checking in with Racing Propane here, who's in third position, and he's got a mirror full of that 42 with Parlay. Parlay all over his bumper. Now he takes to the inside, in underneath the 16 car, trying to get that pass. Trying to make it work, seeing if he can get to the inside. Not able to do it, has to back off, loses his momentum. Lost a lot of momentum, but here he comes back charging to the inside, trying to catch up. As we got another battle back to the lead. As Start and Hockey Bukaki doing battle once again for this lead. This is tick for tack. Start to the outside as here comes Hockey Bukaki to the inside, not able to get it to work. These guys trying to get to the inside, but they lose that momentum coming off of the corner. That middle upper groove is definitely the groove, the preferred groove, and where you want to be, getting that momentum as he comes off this corner. Thark gets a great run coming off of the corner, coming off that turn. As we've got some guys now down on pit road now, making some pit stops. Parlay in the 42 now coming down pit road. As Start got a little sideways. And here comes Parlay out of his pit stall. But John Waterforce now to third. And Racing Propane now to second. Racing Propane on his high horse, and he is tracking this number 12 down with 15 laps to go. "15 laps to go here in segment 2, and here comes the 10 car making his pit stop. Everybody has to pit, I believe, in this segment. As here comes the 10 car now. The 10 car came, or he just went down to the inside, gave up the lead. But that 12 car, your leader, with about 14 laps to go now. Under 14. I think some guys are playing strategy where some of these guys are pitting now and getting loaded up. If you pit now, you should be good to go through the remaining of this segment and the final segment in this All-Star race. As there's only a few laps to go, or about 9 laps to go, Thart has a very comfortable lead now. As the 7 car into the pits, Racing Propane in second. And Hockey Bukaki is in third. Here comes Ed. He's coming down pit road. And checking in around the racetrack. Everybody's still trying to catch this leader, this 12 car, who is dialed in here on the dirt at Bristol. Start with the lead with just a handful of laps remaining. Hockey Bukaki now has dropped to 7th as more guys are making their pit stops. Looks like Fulton and Ed making their pit stops coming down pit road. Using strategy here in segment 2. at this All-Star race for the North American Racing Series here on the YouTube channel. Start your leader out on point. Racing Propane in second. And John Waterforce now in third. Hockey Bukaki, the 10 car there, is a lap down. He came out in the pit road. He's being scored in the 7th position. So John Waterforce here in third. Racing Propane right here is in second. As the laps are coming to a close now. And Thart in this 12 car is sitting pretty comfortable with this lead. Off of turn 4, coming down. Only a few laps to go. I believe there's only about 3 laps to go. 3 or 4 laps to go here in segment 2 for the All-Star race. Next week, the regular season picks up and will continue as Thart crosses the stripe to grab the green-white checkered of segment 2 for this North American Racing Series All-Star race at Bristol. Next week, they go back racing for the regular season. The second half of the regular season picks up next Friday night at 9 p.m. at Kansas. They will be back on the asphalt, on the oval, under the lights at Kansas next week. You all guys want to join in? You guys want to tune in next Friday night at 9 o'clock as these guys are going to be doing battle back in the regular season, back on the asphalt at Kansas. Next Friday night, 9 o'clock. Set your alarm clock and your reminders now. As we are going to head to segment 3 of this All-Star race. Thart takes that state segment 2. Racing Propane in second. John Waterforce in third. Adam Stevens in fourth. As Hunter grabs the top 5. Hockey Bukaki grabs 6th. Parlay in 7th. Fulton in 8th. T-Dog in 9th. And MFF Edo rounds out the top 10 for segment 2 here at Bristol. As things get flip-flop around here. And we've got a new leader to the point. And that's going to be Racing Propane. And to the point. And we're going to have about a 47-lap shootout. As he got wicked off of that one, and Thart in the 12 car shoots right back to the lead real quick. John Waterforce in second in the 1 car off of that restart. As we check in here now, T-Dog here underneath of Hockey Bukaki, and check in with John Waterforce, who's now riding in second spot in that 1 car. Talked to him before the race. And contact made between the 3 and the 16. That 3 car, it looked like he came off of the wall, down off the top of the racetrack, came right down on top of the Racing Propane in the 16 car. Able to get a hold of it, took it down to the apron, but able to grab the reins and get it straightened back out. As Adam Stevens in the 3 car has his hands full. And caution is flying. We are under caution. Caution is out. Caution is out. And this is a manual caution. Now Hockey Bukaki gets a free pass, as caution was called for that. And here comes Thart around to get a lap back. As for North American Racing Series rules, under the manual yellow, under a manual caution, which we are under, manual cautions come out and are waived, and come out when there are 2 or more cars that are spun on the racing surface. Once a manual caution is called, Any car a lap down or more is able to get 1 lap back. So that's why you see some of these guys going around the leaders to get that 1 lap back. So you're allowed to 1. So if you're 2 laps down, then you're able to get 1 of them back. If you're 1 lap down, then you get that lap back and you're back on the lead lap. So some of these guys going to get back on the lead lap here as these guys now go around to get that lap back and reset the field here in segment 3 for the All-Star race. Looks like they're getting everybody back on the lead lap. And we're going to have ourselves a 10-car shootout, 10, 11, 12-car shootout, and a 45-lap sprint to the finish. As we check around, Thart going to be your leader. John Waterforce in second here. As I was saying, I was talking to John right before the race started in the pre-race briefing, and he says he's got a really good car, that one car. If I'm making a pick tonight, that 42 looks strong too. I'm gonna man, that's a heck of a pick. I'm gonna make John Waterforce my pick, and Parlay is gonna be my dark horse. I know, not too much of a dark horse, but I can't withdraw that 42 car. That looks strong. And Thart also, man, Thart in that 12 car, won segment 2, looked very, very strong. But at times, some of these, I just think John and Parlay have got something special underneath those cars that they've got for that 3 car. As these guys coming off of racing, off of pit lane, get back lined up. Adam Stevens in this 3 car in third spot. As these guys are going around, getting reset, going down pit road, making all the changes that they are allowed to make, as we are under a manual caution here at Bristol. This is the All-Star race for the North American Racing Series, and we are under a manual caution as these guys now start to get lined up a little bit. Should have like about a 43, 44, 45 lap shootout to the end. Everybody will have fresh tires. Everybody will have, of course, tires on dirt doesn't much matter. But if they want them, they can have them. But more or less, more than anything, they're able to make any tweaks and adjustments that they need to make, and get their fuel tanks topped off and overflowing. So there's plenty of fuel to make it to the end. So we're going to have ourselves a nice little shootout, as now they're going to start to line up 2 by 2, side by side, and set this field so we can go green and on our next lap around. They'll take one more time around, get the field set, as Racing Propane gonna come out as your leader. Racing Propane in the 16 car, gonna start on point. Well, really the 12 car, I think this is a choose rule. The 12 car actually starts on point, and he is choosing the top. So the 12 car in first, choosing the top row. The 16 is in second on the bottom row. John Waterforce in third. As you see here, as we're going to come down, John Waterforce in third, Hockey Bukaki fourth. And we are green again for the last segment here at the North American Racing Series All-Star Race at Bristol. We are under caution again, looks like. Didn't see what happened there. The caution is out. Trying to go back onto the replay. As I'm looking on the replay here, trying to see what happened, and looked like Hunter and Fulton. Hunter in the 47 car got sideways, turned off into Fulton, And Parlay in the 42 had nowhere to go. And everybody just stacked up. That was the reason for the caution. Caution was out. We are going green. We are back green. Thart to the point in the 12 car. John Waterforce in the 1 car has the top line, though, the preferred line. He's going to try to take that lead from the 12 car. That 12 car, Thart, he's got something to say about it. Going to relinquish the... Oh, and John Waterforce comes down. And the field stacks up as John got real loose coming off of the corner as he took the lead, and Thart able to pull right back up underneath of him here under this 1 car, trying to get this lead back. John Waterforce in front in the 1 car, Thart in second, Racing Propane in third, but here comes Hockey Bukaki in the 10 car as he's looking under this 16 for third, trying to get this spot back. If he can get this spot and try to make a run for those leaders, but he needs, if he's going to do it, he needs to get around the 16 car real quick, or get on the 16 car, as I think we're under caution again. Caution is being waived. Caution is out again. And I believe this is a manual caution. This appears to be another manual caution, as we've got some takers down pit lane. Got some guys coming down pit lane. Hockey Bukaki, one of them. T-Dog coming down pit lane, get some service. MFF Eddo in the 44, coming down to get some service. Hunter in the 47. He's coming to get cleaned up, bottled up. As this going to shake things out, and that's going to put Parlay in that 42 car back into the top 5 here. And that's going to bring him more than that. And that's going to bring him into the top 3, as he's going to take down the bottom row. And John Waterforce in first. That's going to put Parlay in second now, with Thart in third. But I think that's choice. That's chosen, as we're going to go one more time around. And we go green. We are going to go green, and we are going to have a 27-lap shootout to the end, as Parlay and John Waterforce are going to lead them back to green. As they're coming off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. This would have been a good race to have an in-race reporter. We gotta get ourselves, we're going to get ourselves an in-race reporter for these all-star races. We're getting ready to go green here as they come off turn 4, kicking out that dirt and that dust and that mud. Here comes John Waterforce, and we are green with the 27-lap shootout till the end here at Bristol on the dirt. Friday night racing, North American Racing Series on the dirt, and here off the wall, these sun sideways. Thart goes around in the 12 car. And looked like it collect the 3 car of Adam Stevens. And I believe that will probably put, right now we're still green. They are still green for the moment. And then now the caution is called. So we are under caution. Caution is out. As that was a heck of a spin. Coming off of the corner. And Thart in the 12 car got hit and got turned into the wall and got sideways, where he got collected with the 3 car of Adam Stevens and the 47 of Hunter, as they are all now down pit road to get some repairs. As big hit in this 12 car. Thart, your segment 2 winner, now down into the pits getting all fixed up, as he's had a very strong car all race long. One segment 2, and now things have really changed And John Waterforce to the point. Hangs on to the lead. Parlay in the 42 was in second, but he is going to choose the outside line, relinquish second, so he can restart on the tie side in third. That preferred line is that outside line, as we've seen all night long. The outside line really be the preferred method, as you get that run off of the high side down the straight. As they should probably be going green here, as we've got 23 laps. We'll have a 22-lap shootout once we go green. And here we go. And John Waterforce gets the jump that he needed right off of the gate. Gets out to a good lead here. Parlay wants to get around that Hockey Bukkake and T-Dog in the 7 car. T-Dog in the sucker hole now. Not where he wants to be. Parlay able to take second. Racing Propane in third and Hockey Bukkake in fourth. But look at that 12 car on the inside down there. He's going to try to make a run, but here comes that 42 of Parlay trying to get that run off of the corner. Not able to make it happen, but look at this 10 car now. Look at this 10 car of Hockey Bukkake, who's now on the outside of Racing Propane. Up on the high side, gets into the wall a little bit. That's going to hurt his momentum. That's going to help Racing Propane in that 16 car on the inside. Hockey Bukkake now makes the pass on that 16 and takes over P3 as he now sets his sights on these top three. John Waterforce in first. Parlay second. Now Hockey Bukkake moved into third, trying to chase these leaders down. Dart in a 12 car, making his way back through the field. As we are now coming this time by, we have 18 laps to go as he crosses the stripe. John Waterforce out in front. Now here comes Hockey Bukkake all over the 42 car. And the 42 gets way high again on this dirt. Able to keep it off of the wall that time. Able to get that momentum that he needs. John Waterforce in that 1 car trying to check out. As you see, a little contact made with Hockey in the 42. Hockey Bukkake in the 10 car. Parlay in the 42. Parlay trying to hold him off. But here he comes, the 10 car underneath. Going in, dives it in the corner. Going to take second spot. Parlay going to say, oh yeah, well, let's go and try crossover. Trying to make it work, not able to make it work. As John Waterforce now, with 16 laps to go, it will be 15 laps to go this next time by. He's got a nice little cushion here in this 1 car. If he can keep it straight and keep it in that groove, he should be good to go, winning the All-Star race. As he's got a nice lead now on Hockey Bukkake in second. Parlay is in third, right behind Hockey Bukkake in second, as he's got his rear view mirror full of the 16 car. Right back there, you see it, the 16 and the 42. Let's check in with them real quick. Riding with the 16 car of Racing Propane all over that 42 car, trying to get that pass as Hockey Bukkake in a 10 car, trying to reel in that 1 car. John Waterforce, the leader, not able to break in too much lead. And these guys are giving it all that they've got. We are down to 13 laps to go. 12 next time by. As here comes John Waterforce as he crosses the stripe. We've got 12 laps to go. Oh, he gets way up into the wall. And it looks like he might have a little bit of a lag maybe. I'm not sure, but he got way up into the wall. Made some heavy contact, but he got a pretty, still has a plentiful lead there. As you see the interval between he and the second place of the 10 car of Hockey Bukkake. Got a great lead now. John out front with 11 laps to go. As he comes across now in this 1 car, as he crosses the stripe, there's 10 laps remaining. 10 laps to go in the North American Racing Series All-Star Race at Bristol. On this Friday night, closing out 2023. Want to wish everybody a very happy New Year's this coming weekend. I hope everybody stays safe, enjoys the weekend as John Waterforce gets up into the wall again, as he is beating that right side of that one car to death off of that wall. But as everyone knows, these next-gen cars, they are tanks, and they can take a heck of a beating, as we have seen, as we have known for ourselves. But John Waterforce putting it into action as he crosses a stripe with just a few laps to go. 7 laps left, so this next time by, there will only be 6 laps left. As he crosses a stripe now, there's 6 to go. Crossing the stripe, nice and easy. And check in here, there's the interval that you see. Racing Propane is in 4th with his rear view mirror full of T-Dog in the 7th. Parlay there in front right there in that 42 car, that's the 3rd spot. And Haki Bukaki is in 2nd, all chasing this guy. And definitely going to need a caution if they're going to rein him and bring him on in. With only about 4 laps to go. As we cross the stripe this time by, there are 4 to go. So this next time by, John Waterforce will take 3 laps to go as he crosses the stripe. As he's trying to hold on to it as best he can with 3 laps to go. He is sawing on that wheel, trying to keep it nice and straight. As he crosses the stripe now, 2 to go. Two laps to go. John Waterforce looking to get this all-star victory as he takes the white flag out. 1 lap to go for John Waterforce in this one car. Gives that wall another kiss for good luck and a see you later Bristol. John Waterforce coming off of turn 4 right now down the straightaway and takes the win in the all-star race for the North American Racing Series. John Waterforce in the 1 car, your winner. Heck of a race. John Waterforce, your winner. Parlay in 2nd. Racing Propane in 3rd. T-Dog grabbed 4th. Fulton in 4th, or Fulton in the 4 car grabs 5th spot. Adam Stevens takes home 6th. Hunter in 7th. Haki Bukaki dropped down to 8th. I think he ended up getting spun, or got spun, or spun. Something happened. Haki Bukaki finishes in 8th. MFF Eto in 9th, and Thart rounds out the field in 10th. And let's get let's bring the winner of the All-Star race and talk about going into the second half of the season with our winner, John Waterforce. Give me a second, y'all, as I bring him on in here. All right, now just waiting for John to join the booth for a moment. There he is. Got back into the booth. What a race, man. That was a heck of a shootout. John Waterforce, congratulations. Winning the North American Racing Series All-Star race at Bristol, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. It was fun. It was an interesting race.
It looked like it, man. It looked like it. I was talking to you right before the race started. And you said you had a really good car, and I said, yeah, good luck, man. Give them hell, like I always do. You said, man, that you might be talking to me at the end of the race, and sure as anything, Here you are, dude, man. You had a heck of a race in that one car, man. You had some muscle under that car tonight.
Yeah, and on Saturday in the Napa Cup Series, we had our All Star race fairly recently, and I had some practice there too. So it was just first 10, 15 laps I was pretty familiar with everything, and ran a pretty tight setup, but I knew just what I needed to do, and I was as fast as anybody else on the track. I felt like so. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Glad to be on top of that one for sure.
Let me ask, winning the All-Star race, it is an exhibition, it is for fun and everything like that, but it also helps with a little bit of momentum. Going into the second half of the season here, you after the last race 2 weeks ago at Phoenix, you took over the points lead. What is kind of taking this win tonight here at Bristol in the All Star race? What does that do as you head into Kansas next week, and as a points leader going into the second half of the season?
Well, it gives me confidence. I feel really good. I mean, this is an exhibition, but this season to go ahead and get a win, nonetheless, it's great. And just staying consistent. That's something I pride myself on, being consistent. You know, and that's what I feel like I can do the rest of the season, and it'll set me up and bode well for me in the playoffs. Being really consistent. That's something that I really harp on myself about. So yeah, it does a lot for me actually. I feel really good about getting a win at a tough track like this, and you know, Kansas is similar in a way. You're going to be riding the high side, so you're going to be, you know, you're not going to be going on the bottom. So it'll be fun. Similar tracks. Yeah, the rest of the season, I'm excited for it for sure.
Hey, you mentioned that high side next week at Kansas, and just like tonight, that middle upper groove definitely, obviously, was the place to be. It looked like that. I mean, you had a really good. I mean, that you were getting such a heck of a momentum coming off of that corner in that one car, man. You looked like you just really had it dialed in coming off that one car, coming off that corner, because you had a heck of a. You would just get a, a push of steam coming off that corner, man.
Yeah, yeah, just repetition around that track, and of course, not killing the wall on exit really helps. Some people will do that, and just trying to make the exit as smooth as I can. There's just a few times I thought I was going to wreck, hit the inside wall, just putting too much input with the steering. The track's really sensitive to just snapping loose, and you can't recover it. So just it's just repetition and learning the track and learning. There's like a seam in the track where I try to hit every time I go to run to outside, and and then sometimes I could dip low. If I'm racing somebody, I can dip low and see if I can cut into their the gap a little bit. But the outside was definitely the place to be for sure.
Now, is that the strategy that you use on strictly on dirt, or is that kind of something that you use also on the asphalt, or is that kind of a strictly kind of your strategy tonight being on the dirt?
Well, I really don't race dirt a lot.
You mean either?
Yeah, I'm not a dirt guy. I don't. Dirt's fun, but I'm not going to professionally league race on dirt. I love asphalt, but I mean, yeah, tonight. I mean, I do know how dirt works in a way. Sometimes you got to try different lines. It's hard to run the same line behind somebody. Uh, you know, but I feel like I did a good job at mirroring a guy's line, but actually running it better than they would, or limiting mistakes. If you limit mistakes in a lot of any race, if you limit mistakes, you don't make mistakes, you're in good shape to get a podium or top five. I mean, that's just don't make stupid mistakes, and I felt that I limited my mistakes, and but yeah, dirt. I mean, with asphalt, I mean I mean, I know how every track drives, so I really don't know that it was a different strategy at all. It reminds me more of the mile and a half tracks. You'll have to run a different line to try to counter the leader's line or the guy in front of you or whatnot. So I mean, it's not really something I'm unfamiliar with. It was just it was something I seen after a few laps tonight that I was going to have to do because everybody's going to run outside. So you got to try something.
Well, you were able to make it work, man. Congratulations, man. Gonna let you enjoy this and soak it up and take this to next week in Kansas. John Waterforce, congratulations. Have a happy new year and have a safe new year this coming weekend, brother. Congratulations.
Yep, same to you. Thank you.
Most definitely, my friend. John Waterforce in the one car takes the win tonight at Bristol on the dirt for the North American Racing Series All-Star Race. Want to thank you all for tuning in, joining in me tonight on a Friday night. Closing out the 2023 year. 2023 can't end fast enough if you ask me. John Waterforce making the best of it tonight in this one car, as he really had some muscle in this one car, taking the win. John Waterforce taking the win tonight at Bristol. I want to thank you all once again. Without you guys tuning in and watching, we are absolutely nothing. I want to thank Elvin Priest and our sponsor, Phantom Racing League. Catch those guys this week. Those guys will be back in action after the new year. Also want to thank our partner, as Nasrec. Those guys, I want to thank them guys joining up and coming on board and supporting the North American Racing Series. I want to thank you guys as well. And want to just wish everybody a very happy new year and want everybody to be safe and healthy and have a very happy new year. Tune us back in next week at 9 o'clock, our same bat time, normal bat channel, as these guys will be back into the regular season seats behind these cars as they take the track back at Kansas in the regular season, as everybody will be chasing this one car in the points as well. As John Waterforce, your points leader, takes the win tonight at the All-Star Race, and we will see everybody next week at Kansas. Everybody have a very wonderful night. Happy New Year, and good night.